body rock like coke on a skillet. I'm Marky Mark, I scope it, I kill it. That's what I call swagger.
What it do? Welcome back to the Good Life Pod. It is episode 42. Third one doing video, so hopefully this time it goes right. I promise I'm not going to count everyone we do video on. Like, I'm just saying, we still working out the kinks. This time I got Jess to my left, I got Legend to my right, and we are welcoming back EJ on the first video episode, but you're not going to see him. He's like the villain that you don't see. You just see the silhouette.
Nah. The genius behind the scenes. Yo. Put some respect on my name. Been gone for 2 weeks and you gonna play me like that, yo? Ain't no way.
I mean, no, ain't no way. Gets respect. I was giving you respect.
Nah, the villain don't get no hoes, yo.
What are you talking about?
The villain gets a lot of hoes, EJ.
Nah, he loses them. He loses them.
Nah,
but
the villain loses them.
You have some that are like ride or die for real.
Nah. But he loses them at the end. He loses.
Right? They be fucking switching sides and shit.
Nah.
I'm gonna start a whole new life.
Nah, son. You hate villains.
I'm the straight A student. When they always need help, they come back. The genius behind the scenes, yo.
Hold on. What did you ever get straight A's though?
Never.
What did you ever get any A's?
Hey, I'm already in the metaverse. Yes, I did. It's whatever. Whatever I wanted to be.
I'm not trying to be funny. I was just asking for real. Like I didn't start getting straight A's and B's until my senior year when I was like having to get ready for college. Like I definitely was a big time slacker, but my senior year, like I showed niggas, I could do it if I wanted to, but you know what I'm saying, nigga don't really want to. He hates school.
Yo. Yes, I was an AB student, yo. Till my senior year. Well, no, till my freshman year, and I got into chemistry. I couldn't learn that stuff for nothing. And then after that,
it's hard. It's all math.
Yeah,
I made sure to stay away from chem. I was smart. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, really, the smart niggas stay away from it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
you know, when you transfer schools, they just put you in classes that nobody else wanted to be in.
Yeah,
I guess chemistry was one of them classes.
Oh yeah, people try to avoid that like the plague.
Oh yeah,
last in chorus.
Good old fountain. Gotta love it.
So that's why they put me in chorus. That's why I couldn't focus. Like, dude, I cannot sing.
You had to get in the singing class though.
I did do that in Fountain too.
Yeah, I did it. I did it in Fountain when we had to do choir, because that was like one of the classes that was a requirement back then. One of the electives that you had to do.
Yeah, to make sure you making sure you singing and making sure you swimming.
Yeah, swimming and singing. Yeah. Hey, that's how. I mean, pretty much. I remember when we was in choir in the 6th grade, and that's when I was like, yeah, I'm about to start rapping. We made up a fucking record label then. It was Platinum Records, because we was heavy into like Cash Money then. They was always, platinum this, platinum that all the time. So that's kind of how we were structuring everything we was doing. We was like acting like we was like platinum artists and all of our rhymes at the time were like we were just counting our rims, like Baby would do, Birdman. Say he got 23-inch rims. Baby would do a verse, and in the verse he'd talk about 4 different size rims that he has on his car. You know what I'm saying?
They're interchangeable.
Yeah. He just switching. Like, he driving down the street, he got 24-inch rims, and next thing you know, they're 22s. Like, he just switching.
They're
like
hybrids.
Hey, he got Transformer rims.
Welcome back, EJ.
But yeah, let's give EJ a warm welcome.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? How you feel, son?
I feel good, man. Good to be back, yeah. Good to be back.
Yeah. You miss
how y'all, man?
Pod, though?
I miss talking to my peoples.
Yeah.
Human interaction can never go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all beefing, then anything can happen. But I miss y'all, man. I missed y'all. But I'm pretty sure the pod was more moving. Y'all was talking about music that I don't care for. I listen. You know what I'm saying? I listen. I was like, damn, yo, the pod is moving without the kid.
Oh man, it could never move without you.
Nah, son. Now you were a much needed piece that we were missing, you know what I'm saying? But you just yeah. What are you talking about?
We missed you, man.
Nah, you was a crucial element to the pod, son.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't have been able to talk these past 2 weeks because y'all was talking about stuff either I didn't know or I didn't care for.
Nah, you would.
But I did listen to that Ninth Wonder. I started listening to it. I was like, oh, I might like this.
Yeah, hey, that's there. Hey, just so everybody know, we dropped a playlist today. Good Life Volume 12. It's the Ninth Wonder Appreciation. If you're here in Colorado Springs, there is a show on April 23rd. Ninth Wonder and Mussolini are going to be there. So slide if that's your thing. Hold on one second.
It's gonna be dope.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not talking in the back of this. I thought I was talking into the back of this. All right. But yeah, we dropped the Ninth Wonder Appreciation playlist, so go peep that. There's a lot of joints that we could have put on there that's not on there. So like, you know, I was listening to some of the boot camp click stuff that he did. You know what I'm saying? He did the Buckshot, and he got some joints on Sean Price's album and some joints on Smith and Wesson's album too. So it's like I could have put a couple more songs on there. Plus, there's a lot of Little Brother shit that I didn't put on there either. You know, so but it's not that we did it for. It's not that we forgot them. I just like to keep the playlist a little, you know, not too short, not too long, for y'all listening pleasure. You know what I mean?
Right.
But all right, though, let's go ahead and kick it off, though. I mean, the biggest news this week, you know what I'm saying? My dude, Kendrick, he coming out of retirement. Out of retirement, though. What are y'all ready for this album? Oh, my gosh. Mom's calling me. Hello? All right, and we are back. All right, yo, my bad. My mom's called me, so I had to answer that. All right, so we were talking about my dude Kendrick coming out of retirement, yo. So what are y'all thoughts on the album? Album name is Mr. Morales or Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
I'm ready.
I have no idea what to go on by that title.
Nah, the
Hey,
title.
is he gonna come out singing?
Well, you know, early reports, it was a lot of like, they were saying it was supposed to be a heavier rock influence. That was some of the early reports. I don't know if that's still the case now.
On the MOP route.
The MOP, some Annie Up shit. I don't know, man. Who do y'all think we're gonna hear? Like, are we gonna get any features? What do y'all think? You think Kendrick gonna come with no features since he's been away for like 5 years?
I don't know. I feel like it could go either way. I feel like it could be an album that has no features, but I also feel like it could be an album that's packed with like all the people that you would want to hear from TDE.
I think Kim
no
gonna
TDE
be on there.
Gonna be on
You don't
here.
think no? Okay.
I think it's gonna be like Kim.
Baby Keem, I could see Baby Keem being
Okay.
on here potentially, but even though like they have their relationship besides them being cousins, but you know they got their music relationship as well. I like Kendrick. He don't just add people because he got a relationship with them. You know what I'm saying? They kind of got to fit within the flow of his album. You know, like he don't really have anybody besides on he got J-Rock on Good Kid, Mad City, but you know, he don't really have TDE artists ever on his albums anymore.
Why do you have Sakari on Love then?
That's true though, but I actually think that was
He probably
before
put-
he was officially TDE though. They at least didn't announce he was TDE at the time when he was on the song.
Because it has been a while since he's dropped.
So yeah. So it's like, I don't know, but we heard Andre 3000. He dropped that letter and said he had a list of niggas he was down to work
Oh
with.
shit.
So
Yeah,
I
that'd be a big ass record.
Yeah, that's my prediction. I'm predicting we getting a 3 Stacks feature.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? I saw Cardo and Boy Wonder. They like dropped that same. They posted on their Instagram that same picture that Kendrick dropped. So I'm assuming that's confirming that both of them are producing on the album. So Cardo, he produced the Levitate beat that Kendrick did before, and he produced that part. I'm pretty sure that's Cardo. I don't think
Those bangers.
I don't know if Boy Wonder has any Kendrick production yet, or if Kendrick has any Boy Wonder production. I don't know if he's done that yet. But any first week predictions though? First week sales predictions on this Kendrick album?
I feel like it's gonna go crazy because people have been hungry for Kendrick, hungry. So I feel like it's gonna do great. It'll chart for a while.
What's your prediction number wise?
Trends of nowadays.
You said what?
So I have no clue of the sales trend of albums released nowadays compared to.
Damn sold 603,000 first week. That was 5 years ago.
That was fucking a long
Drake
time ago.
with CLB, I believe sold 613 its first week. Yep, 613,000 its first week. So I think with Kendrick being gone 5 years, like Jess said, everybody is hungry. So here's my prediction on how many Kendrick's gonna sell first week. You know what I'm saying? Come on!
Over here testing that new features.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. Hey, my niggas selling a Milli first week. Let's go.
We gonna see.
That's my prediction. That's my prediction, son.
I am not doubting that.
What you
How long did it take for you to figure that out? It seemed like after you got off the phone with me, after we figured out how the pod was going to go, it seemed like you practiced this. Was I the test dummy? I'm thinking we trying to get my vocals together. You trying to get some extra stuff going?
Hey.
Nah. Let's clear this up right now. I gotta know. Don't get me wrong. That was dope. But I know you didn't come up with this on the fly.
I did.
I feel like it took you about 4 days to figure this out.
Hey, I literally thought of this right before Just came here. Right before Just came here today, I was like, I'm straight up gonna fucking chop that and I'm putting it on the pad. I already knew how to do it. I just had to get everything set up. It wasn't hard. Especially since I already figured out how we were going to record you. It was already easy from there. I didn't need to figure out anything else.
That was the hardest part, figuring you out.
Straight up.
All right.
I'd even ask Mike, I was like, what are you using this for? And he's like, I'm not going to tell you.
That was dope. I give it that. So the wheels was turning when I was like, I hear the music real good. You was like, the music work? Okay.
I know. I'm rapping up here.
Wrap it up here. Come on, son. I know.
Yo, I can't.
Yo, don't cut me off.
Stop my time.
Don't cut me off, son.
Stop my time.
Don't cut me off, son. Hey, I'm coming through. I'm about to hit sound effects more often, you know what I'm saying? Anytime I find something, I'm going to chop it up and put it in here.
Oh, my God. Yo.
Hey, they going to have sayings on here from the deck, on the deck, you know what I mean?
Oh, my God. Legend, get your boy, Legend. Get your boy.
Hey, you know it, son. Come on, yo. I need to get my props, man.
Legend want to unscrew that cord from his mic and just hit you upside the head. Yo, I see it. Yo, the worst part about being on video, I actually can see Legend's facial expressions now, yo. Mike, you want to go upside your head right now.
Right now.
I know he do, yo.
I'm Legend mad because I just gave him the business in Smash Bros. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't on video, so it don't count.
All right, hey, next time I'm recorded though.
It ain't on video. Nothing happened. We was just watching the game.
Hey, it's all good though, son. I'm gonna get it next time. You know what I mean? All right, though. Let's move on. Coachella had just popped off this weekend. I didn't, they live stream it. I didn't peep any of it. Did you guys though?
I saw Doja Cat set. I saw.
How was Doja?
It was good. I saw Megan set, of course.
I will say though, the snippet of the new song I thought was fire, and this when we had listened to the Megan album or the mixtape last year, one of the things I said was I wasn't really feeling it because Megan just always sounds the same to me, like on and I'm not even talking about content wise. I'm just talking about like flow wise. She sounds the same on every song to me. This one was actually different to me. She was kind of like in a different pocket than she usually raps in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if you listen to I've been someone that's listened to like her album since the beginning, and she has like songs that she falls in different pockets. Now, the songs that are her like radio bangers or whatever, like a lot of those have like a lot of the same continuity, but she definitely switches up her flow. Like if you listen to other songs like on her albums outside of like your Savage and Big Old Freak like was even different, like so she definitely has some variation there. It's just like all the stuff that she's popular for, like it's easy to say, okay, well this sounds the same, like this is the same cadence, the same flow. I feel like a lot of niggas are that way. I feel like eventually like everyone starts to sound like they have it can be easy like to be like, okay, well this person sounds the same like on everything, because I feel like you could say that really about every artist.
I mean, there's a couple artists that do sound the same definitely all the time, but that's definitely like Meg's not the only person I've ever like criticized that. I used to do that shit with Sean Price. You remember? Like he always sounded like his later years he sounded the same. Like you knew exactly how a Sean Price verse was going to sound if you just looked at the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? You knew the exact flow.
Right.
And 95% of the time you would guess correctly. And it's not that what he was saying was bad, but for me, it just still was like, it just kind of was too repetitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I do like the variation. I mean, that's why I feel like, part of the reason probably why my favorite like MCs would be like Jay and Three Stacks and Kendrick, because they do change their flows all the time. They don't really sound the same on one track. On like I don't know if there's this on. I can go through Kendrick's catalog and find 2 songs that he's rhyming the same one. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I like about. I like artists that could do that, like have that type of versatility. I guess. You know what I mean?
I understand.
So, but also, we finally got an appearance of Isaiah Rashad. You know what I mean? So
yes.
we never did see that.
Yeah. We didn't speak on it, but for those that don't know, he had a sexually explicit tape drop.
That was fucked up.
That was basically outing him. And he kind of addressed that with the intro of his Coachella set. He basically took a bunch of clips of a bunch of podcasts. I know Joe Budden podcast was one of them. Rory and Mal, Academics spoke on it. He had some clips from The Game speaking on it. And there might have been a couple other artists here and there. But basically, it was just he had a bunch of clips of several different outlets supporting him. You know what I'm saying? And just basically saying, he just got to just bounce back, essentially just continue working. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how he kind of addressed it. He's been quiet about the whole thing. That's like 2-3 months ago that happened. So he's been quiet about the whole situation. And I actually just kind of fuck with him addressing it that way, like on an artistic level.
For sure, yeah.
Instead of just going to an interview or some shit like that,
Yeah, or like releasing something that you wrote in your notes on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, okay, I love seeing like that creative spin on it, and just him showing the negative and the positive side of it. Really just more so the positive side of it. And
a lot of people weren't fucking with that leaking. Like they were like in support of him when it actually happened.
He got a lot of he actually got a lot more support than I thought that he was gonna get initially. Like of course there was some ignorance out there, but for the most part, to see a lot of artists, especially like Duke Deuce, coming out and being like, I don't care what this man, does in his personal life, which that's how it should be. But he was just basically showing his support like out the gate whenever that first happened. Like he was one of the first artists to speak out about it and be like, hey, this shouldn't be a problem at all.
That's facts. So, glad Zay is back though. Shit, while we're on the TDE topic, you know what I'm saying, Kendrick, Zay, my dude Absol dropping a track tonight. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, yes Hollandaise. It is about fucking time.
Oh my
Absol's the only artist that can drop before Kendrick for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to be pissed about that.
Because it's been a long time for Ab.
Straight up. Ab could drop 2 projects in the next 2 weeks, and I'm gonna be I'll be ecstatic for both of them. You know,
I can't wait. That means that we're close. Hopefully, that means that we're closer to an album, and not like, hey, we're gonna let him drop off a bunch of singles. Like,
yeah,
which I'll be happy with the singles, but I'd much rather have a whole project.
Facts though, and I mean, I just think because we had this conversation off camera and off mic, you know, but basically I was saying like TDE, like this year alone though, they didn't drop 2 Doechii singles. We obviously know Kendrick's coming. They dropped a Schoolboy song. They dropped another Ray Vaughn song. Now we about to get an Ab-Soul song. I think they're trying to drop like 5 albums this year. You know what I mean? Like, since everything's starting to open up now, I think they're trying to come out and actually like get back to releasing music. So definitely.
Tour.
You said what?
So they can get off that tour, get off a tour.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna start touring, and they even posted a clip of Sir shooting a music video. Yeah. So it's like everybody's literally working right now.
For sure.
Obviously, we know we're waiting for SZA too. Who knows when that's happening? But SZA seems like she really got pushed to the back burner. If anybody got pushed, which is unfortunate because
they're pushing Doechii hard right now.
Yeah, I think Doechii for sure is next after Kendrick though. I obviously at first I said she was probably gonna be the next one to drop, but I mean that's not happening now unless
Kendrick's in 2 weeks.
Yeah. But also who else is dropping tonight? Pusha T, so I would peep that. I've been hearing that's a good album. I haven't heard it yet, but you know the streets have it. Kanye on there twice I saw, and there's a track with Kanye and Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi said, "Yo, this is the last
song.
Last time y'all niggas gonna see me with Kanye."
Pusha T.
You said what?
And he said he only doing it because of Pusha T.
Yeah.
Because they had recorded that song a while ago, and it was before like the initial beef. Well, not the initial beef, but just like this most recent beef with Cudi and Ye.
Is this because Cudi said he's fucking with Billie Eilish or something? Is that what it was?
I think it was like a there was something that happened a couple months ago, and I
feel like it has to do with this whole like it has to do with Coachella.
Yeah,
he backed out, but that had to do with he wanted Billie Eilish to apologize, and then he also said that he was bringing Travis Scott, and I guess he felt like Coachella was not responding to him in a timely fashion. I mean, he is Kanye. You know what I mean? You gotta show him a little bit more respect than you would show a regular nigga. Oh, yo, I got a crazy Kanye theory, yo. Straight up conspiracy theory. So I was talking to one of the homies, right? They got this whole like 12-hour documentary, you know what I'm saying? The Genius documentary. And at not one point in this documentary do we see Kanye make a beat. Hey, you telling me Cudi has been filming Kanye in the studio since he was doing the Freshman Adjustment album mixtape? Like he dropped 2 mixtapes before College Dropout, and he was filming him that entire time. And there is not a single video footage that you could have put in this documentary of Kanye making a beat. You don't think fans would want to see Kanye make a beat? You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
There's one video that I know of for sure. We talked about it. It's on YouTube. Kanye he's making a beat. You actually kind of see him, putting the drums in and doing the sample chopping and shit. But it's actually not that great of a beat though. It's not a beat that we would even put in the top 100 Kanye beats. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one of his bottom productions.
So what's the theory? He ain't making them?
The theory is he not making them. That's the conspiracy theory right there. Because I'm just like,
that'd be too fucking hard to pull off.
EJ, our in-house conspiracy theorist, what do you think?
I have no say on Kanye or Kendrick Lamar.
There ain't no way.
Just throwing it out there.
In hip hop, there ain't no way in hip hop that kind of secret can last. Nigga, when one nigga find out, one nigga that don't like Kanye find out.
I mean, That's true. I mean, I hear that there's also a theory out there that Kanye didn't get in a car accident. He actually got his jaw broken by a local Chicago rapper because he gave Jay-Z a beat that was originally for him, I guess. But I mean, it's Jay-Z.
Right.
But I don't believe that. I think he got in a car accident. But because I saw they showed the MTV clip, like, and I remember seeing that growing up. Like, there's the MTV clip, and you see his car like damaged in the news clipping or whatever. So I don't even see how this theory really gained any real traction. But that's floating out there. Let me R.I.P. DJ K Slay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah. 4-month battle with COVID. He did, like, because he was sick. He had COVID and he was like sick, like pretty bad for like a month, maybe even 2 months. And then they came back and reported, he's doing well. He's not like on a breathing machine and stuff. But it's really like, I mean, especially if you got a compromised immune system, it's kind of, you're never not fighting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
sad.
Yeah.
How did I not see that show? I know this week's been busy, but
yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of shit
that
going
sucks.
on.
Yeah.
So yeah, R.I.P. DJ K Slay. Yo, did y'all watch that Jay-Z Summer Jam footage I sent?
I didn't watch it.
I can't believe. Is this the first time they fucking had that?
Yeah,
I swear I saw the fucking a video of it before. That's kind of weird, though.
Really? I never.
But it was like only the part when he was doing
the takeover shit.
Yeah.
See, I never seen it, so that was my first time ever seeing the whole takeover and him putting Prodigy up on the screen.
Yeah, I swear. And then nobody. That's crazy that nobody had the full thing. They only had that part. I swear.
Yeah.
When it happened, when the
never,
video was out.
Yeah, I never seen that shit, yo. But definitely a historic moment for hip hop. So I was like, I had to peep. Not only that, but he brought out Michael Jackson. So right before he performed H to the Izzo. Like, Jay-Z fucking brought out the most famous person ever to grace the fucking earth.
He was going crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Epic.
He was just like, "Hey, I love everybody."
Yeah. Yeah. He's literally said like 5 words and then
5 words,
out.
and then niggas is fucking going crazy.
Yeah. Motherfuckers love Michael Jackson though.
People be passing out. And...
Was I imagining somebody trying to give him a high five, but he ain't get?
Nah,
okay.
Nah, I think that was real. And he's like, I'm Michael. I don't want
he's
your
like,
dirty
nah,
hands
it's just
on
Jay-Z
me.
only. Only Jay-Z get the high five.
Only Jay-Z get the dap from me. What y'all talking about? It's literally levels to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's like Jay-Z, and then there's like a king or a president, and then like a king or a queen. Then it's like Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Like, Michael Jackson's probably the closest nigga to God. You know what I mean? Like that's the closest you could get to like touching God. You know what I mean? That's the type of level he was on though.
Definitely.
Whether the statement is true or not, that's the type of level he was on.
He was definitely on that level because anytime he went anywhere, he just like he was that dude that was. The paparazzi was always there. He was really like the start of just that amount of insanity whenever it comes to paparazzi and people following you. And like there would be drones of people as soon as they knew that he was in a hotel that would just be posted outside of his shit. Like, we having a party in the street. We're waiting for Michael to come to the window.
Just so we can look at him.
Yeah, just so we can get a peep.
You don't even have to get an autograph. You're like, yo, I seen Michael Jackson. I know a nigga that seen Michael Jackson in real life, my G. Yo, it was funny though, real quick to go back to Kendrick though. So like when he announced his album, so I guess in February somebody tweeted that Kendrick Lamar is retired, is officially retired.
Yeah.
And then Kendrick, he went he quoted his tweet with the link to announcing the album release. So everybody, a bunch of people are on there talking about Andre 3000 is retired. So they can get him to drop an album. A lot of people are doing that, but also it was funny because on the Kendrick one, I saw one of the guys tweeted, like, the dude was so happy. He was like, "Oh my God, Kendrick knows who I am." You know what I'm saying? And then another guy was like, "Oh my God, I'm following the guy that Kendrick knows is alive." Like, it was so fucking hilarious, yo. That shit had me dying. But got a couple more like little music topics, or at least topics with music people, and then we'll switch it up. You know what I'm saying? So GQ, they announced Best Rapper Alive.
Future Hendrix.
Hold on. This is Mike's favorite artist? Top 5, at least top 5.
Top 0.
Top 0. Son, you don't think he top 5 or he best rapper alive? You think that's a lie?
He ain't even the best rapper in organized noise or organized fight or not
Dungeon Family.
Dungeon Family, yeah.
Dungeon Family. Nah, he's not even close to the best. I mean, but at the same time, if we were really even putting Future up there, saying he's not the best rapper in Dungeon Family is not a slap in the face, though. I mean, like, They got 3 Stacks, Big Boy, and CeeLo. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
we can't be mad if Future is not the best one out of Dungeon Family.
I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like putting like Luca in the top 10 or something. I don't think.
I mean, Luca has the ability to go up there, though.
He has the ability. I don't think Future has the ability, so that's not good.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's not a good comparison. To Luca comparison don't make sense though.
All right, let me think of somebody.
But it wasn't just like some random GQ person who wrote the article though. It was actually Elliot Wilson.
No, see, I don't care what big names you want to throw out there.
He supposedly knows his hip hop.
Nah, artists don't be knowing their hip hop, honestly. Didn't we talk about this last week about Kendrick?
Kendrick, dude, trying to put me on the whack niggas. That's what I did say. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? I believe it. Like, a lot of artists, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's not that they have bad taste. I mean, like people say, art is subjective. So I don't expect artists to listen to niggas that make the exact same music as them. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
Like, then I feel like that's how you get people calling you a biter. If you're listening to people who are making the exact same music as you listening to them all the time, their influence can obviously bleed into your music if you guys are making similar type of music. You know what I mean? So
no, I think they be listening on the low. They just can't fucking say that they listening on the low because of that rule.
Yeah. That could be true.
Niggas scared to admit they fans in hip hop. Only in hip hop.
I mean, because hip hop's it's basically been based off of competition since like its conception. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, this like. All right, and we are back.
Hey.
Welcome back to the episode 42 of the Good Life Pod. You know what I'm saying? That was a little intermission. We had to make sure our cameras was scrizzate. Back again. We was just talking about Future being the GOAT of this hip-hop shit. Now I want to go ahead and switch it up and go to ASAP Rocky. You know what I'm saying? He dodged cheating rumors last week. They said he cheated on Rihanna.
All right, so this is some conspiracy shit. I feel like.
Oh, you feel this is a conspiracy? They trying to bring
they trying to get that. They're like, yo, we can't have a nigga married to a billionaire now.
I mean,
the facts, and then they just arrested him.
Yeah.
About that shooting,
mm-hmm.
Like Rihanna just, I'm pregnant now. Like, nah, we got to get this nigga.
That's true though.
Ain't no way.
Yeah,
ain't no way.
Offspring on the way. Yeah,
bro. With the fucking shooting that happened,
like he secured it.
It just don't sound right. Like how is he coming forward now? Like this shooting happened last year, right?
Yeah, they said 2021.
And somehow they're coming. he's claiming that it was him now, just out of the fucking blue.
November
Like,
2021, and he's saying that it was ASAP that did the shooting, not nobody in the crew, not one of the homeboys, his posse. He was like, nah, ASAP did it, but I'm gonna sit on this information for
for fucking
solid
months.
6 months.
Right.
Well, you know what? They didn't announce that Rihanna was pregnant till like right before
Till
Valentine's
February,
Day.
yeah.
So
but just think about it. You know, most people don't announce because they want to make it through the first trimester. We don't know if she had a miscarriage or not previously. I mean, we don't know, but a lot of people don't announce until the third or fourth week, or maybe the fourth or fifth week. Yeah. So so just I don't know, but it's just like I'm like Mike. It's just too much. Like, okay, Rihanna, now this, it's just crazy.
Nah, yeah, I can actually believe the conspiracies because I mean, you already got one nigga marrying a billionaire. You don't want that nigga to have an offspring. How many kids they gonna have? You know what I mean? Like now there's a threat. It's a real serious threat because you got that's two. You got 4 niggas right now. That's maybe 5 if Diddy's up there. You got a lot of niggas that's encroaching on this billionaire status. Is what I'm getting at though. A lot of blacks. Let me correct myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to change my language up. 2022 is going to be a year of growth. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to abolish the N-word out of my vocabulary. You know, I got a youngin'. I'm trying not to.
Nigga, impossible.
Impossible?
For you?
For me? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Nah, yeah. If you want to show me growth, stop saying son and dough.
What? Why I gotta stop saying son? That's not nigga though.
You talking about growth. That's growth to you. That would be growth. You stop saying son and dough, and I might be like, this nigga tripping.
All right.
That's the real challenge for you, apparently.
That nigga growing.
All right, son. Oh, look, it's hard. It's hard. I've been saying
he can't do it.
I'm gonna do
he
it.
can't do it.
Nah, I'm gonna show some growth this year. I'm gonna show some growth, and I'm gonna give my white folks some love. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I come off the wrong way. They think I'm anti-white out here, but my child half white, my sister-in-law white. You know what I'm saying? Some of my closest people that I love are white. You know what I mean? So obviously, I'm not talking about them though either. But I'm not even gonna try to get racy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it classy. You know what I'm saying? But I can't avoid the facts. That's one thing I can't do. So the facts get on the table. I have to present them.
Nothing wrong with that.
So. Understand. Speaking of facts, though, I've been waiting for EJ to get back on here for a while so we could talk about this. You know, since this happened a couple weeks ago, but you know, it's been chaos happening down there in Florida, in Texas, with the all these LGBTQ laws they're passing. You know what I'm saying? You can't say this, you can't say that. You know, if your kids are trans, you can report and say child abuse, whatever. But while all this is going down, Tennessee been low-key sneaking in here writing laws that allow that basically get rid of the age of consent for marriage.
Yes.
So now you can go and marry children essentially without getting their parents' consent.
Not only that, the people who approved it were the ones who initiated it from the jump.
Hold on. What do you mean by that?
Like the ones who initiated it are the ones who did it from the jump. Like that congressman who groomed that 12-year-old, I think she was 12 at the time, groomed her, then started low-key dating her at like 15. And as soon as she turned 18, got her married. By 22, she had like 3-4 kids.
How he's still in Congress?
Yeah, hey, and he's the one who's approved this bill. He's the one. Like he already had the blueprint to the joint.
Bruh.
He had the blueprint, and he used that. Like, hey, this is what happened. Blah blah blah. Let's do this. It's crazy, yo. That whole Tennessee thing is crazy to me.
I'm trying to find the dude's name, whoever that Congress dude was. But
You need to go.
yeah, this is the thing though. It's like, and me and EJ were talking about this kind of via text though, but it's kind of a double-edged sword when it comes to a lot of like these sexuality laws and bills that they're trying to pass, because I feel like that's how they get these kind of laws passed, because
Nope.
they
that's the trap.
Yeah,
That's what they want
yeah,
you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm saying that's their thinking, that they believe that, hey, this is open.
Yeah,
like,
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? They think that they could pass this because it's already outrageous with the trans stuff or the gay issues. You know what I'm saying? So,
But as we see, there's laws that are going against that, yet this is passing.
yeah.
So it's obviously not that. It's these niggas being able to slip stuff under the radar because so much shit is going on.
Yeah. So pretty much what's happening is their secrets in the dark is coming to light. So the only way you get ahead of this, hey, we're empowered to create laws to combat it before you get caught. I'm good. I'm married now.
Right.
If it come out by me, we like if it comes out now, it's not really going to affect him because they got married as she was of age.
Mm-hmm.
But now the digging is, you only passed this because you don't want to get caught that she was with you when she was, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
And supposedly, the way they're spinning it is the future politicians of America, the future leaders thing.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much like a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout for politics. And they're picking them from there. And that's just crazy to me, to where, like, even if we get mad at these politicians, where are these parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Sure.
But I mean, that's the thing. Either the parents do know and they're getting something under the table for it, or I guess they don't have any morals themselves. They don't care. Not every. I guess I can't even say they don't have any morals. They don't have any morals in my eyes, though.
Nah, I don't think
everybody's
they got any more. Because why aren't they fucking going crazy over there?
Well,
it
looks like they updated the bill to include age restrictions because it was so controversial whenever it came out.
So this is how recent is that article?
April 6th.
Okay.
So they're basically amending the bill to say, it says we are amending the bill to explicitly say if both parties have attained the age of majority, defined in Tennessee Code as 18 and older.
Okay.
So good that they put, because it wasn't that at first.
Yeah, it wasn't that way at first. So definitely good that they changed that shit. Because when I originally had it put on here on this for us to talk about, it was not like that. They were letting them motherfuckers fly.
Okay, so the next thing they gotta do is get that nigga out of office trying to pass that shit.
Yeah,
without it, because that nigga is not to be trusted.
John Rose.
John Rose, Republican.
Not surprised.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask that, but I just wanted to.
It's politically, so it's them Republicans.
The same niggas that always claim, trans folks or gay folks are gonna be doing this and that. Always be the niggas doing this and that.
Yeah.
Always. It never fails. It's always. I don't get it. That's a game too far ahead of me. How they can pour that shit off.
That's true though.
And still get votes. It's still like I bet you they'll find some way to twist this shit. twisting shit to make other people look bad.
I mean, I don't know if they're still trying to push it, but a couple years ago there was that whole debate about pedophilia being a sexual orientation.
They try to throw that in there to shut down like legit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going at anyway. They literally use gay and trans laws or issues as a way to propel pedophilia. Almost, they try to say they try to
link them.
Yeah,
just like how they be doing like that shit with black folks.
Yeah, it's facts
like,
though.
They be playing the game.
Speaking of black folks though, and staying in Tennessee. So and probably even Republican. I mean, I'm not sure, but potentially Republican. But a black mayor in Tennessee does a Confederate History Month.
Yeah.
So celebrating celebrating.
This nigga's name need to be on the podcast.
You said what?
Oh, his name is Curtis Hayes.
Does it need to be?
No, it needs to be.
Curtis Hayes
needs to be out
is
there.
the mayor of
Yeah.
and
Curtis
also
Hayes.
an NAACP award recipient.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a recipient of the NAACP Diversity Award.
Houseway. Godly. His diversity to him must mean more white people.
I guess.
And that's how he got it.
Yeah, it has to be. Confederate, like Sons of the Confederacy, of the Confederate.
Yeah.
What was it? Of the Confederate Veterans or whatever? Like,
SCV.
What
The
is
Sons
wrong
of
with
Confederate
people?
Veterans. Yep. That's exactly who it is.
Yeah. What was did he have like a reasoning?
yes.
Oh my god.
So he claims. So the SCV site. He was saying that on their website that they don't advertise like any kind of racism. They actually condemn it. And like most white people say with the Confederate flag, like, we're celebrating our heritage. Like, that's usually what it always comes back to. And so he's basically trying to like say we're just celebrating the heritage of the Confederate flag that has nothing to do with racism.
They celebrate that shit every motherfucking day. Anytime our issues come up, they bringing up some Confederate bullshit.
Except it is exactly everything to do with racism. That's like the number one amendment in Confederacy.
Yeah, they stay trying to erase that part.
Yeah.
The biggest part, and pretend like it was anything else but that.
That's the facts, though. That's the facts.
But maybe that's the alternative facts, and we just don't.
We got niggas out here cooning, you know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure. Coon.edu.
Yo, but you got to see the photo that he took with the people. I swear he went to the. he had to go to their neighborhood. It was like, hey, I'll give you a case of dip. I need you for this photo op.
So someone on Twitter was like, they were like, blink if you're okay. Like, basically, is he okay? Like, did he get held up at gunpoint?
He
like,
potentially
that
could
nigga
look
might
like
be
a
us.
hostage, but
Well, not us. But,
he looks a
fuck's
little
that
too
movie?
happy to be signing this bill. He's not a hostage to me. He's an enabler for sure.
What's that fucking movie? I can't even think of the name.
What
Maybe
movie?
they got him. The fucking by Jordan Peele, the first one.
Oh, Get Out.
Get Out, yeah.
Yeah.
They might have got that nigga already.
Oh, can you? So I saw a New Jersey man.
A New Jersey man.
New Jersey man beat this old elderly woman and jacked her car, and then he got in a car accident and died. Damn.
Instant karma.
Damn.
We'll have to see it.
damn.
Yeah. The woman was actually sad. She said she felt sad. Like, of course, she didn't like her car being stolen, but she said when she heard the news, she felt nothing but sadness.
I mean, it's
sad, but it's sad. I'll say that. I say it's sad that she had to go through that,
Yeah.
and that's about it. Well, I don't know what went on in his life to get to that point. You know, shit does happen. But
people are mad desperate out here.
But if you beating up an orderly, I don't know, man.
And I understand
I can't
people
fuck
are
with that.
desperate, but you
They're
know
desperate, but you can't be fucking up, making somebody else desperate.
Oh, I
fucking them up.
100,000% agree. I'm just saying, like lately, I feel like there's been a lot of really crazy like stories, like especially of like jackings and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, in broad daylight, people just like not giving a fuck, and it just like kind of gives you an air of like how desperate people truly are. Like usually whenever it's around like the holidays, it's like, okay, it's robbing season. I understand. But like really since the beginning of the pandemic, it just seems like it's progressively getting worse. Or people are just acting out and like doing ridiculous shit. Like,
why they doing it to regular niggas and not to these politicians signing fucking crazy ass fucking laws? Why is it always got to be regular niggas?
That's literally what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Son. They should be out here jacking this fucking John Rose nigga and
jacking
this,
Curtis,
this black mayor that passing Confederate bills. Like
they jacking niggas just trying to go on their day, not fuck with nobody.
They want to rob old women and you know what I'm saying, and
pussy.
Anybody else, women in general,
straight up pussy.
Yeah, but like rob somebody I'll respect you for robbing for. You know what I mean?
Go try to rob The Rock.
Joel Osteen had $500 million in the fucking church. You know what I mean? Like y'all ain't robbed that nigga though.
I mean, all you gotta do is just go bust down the wall in the bathroom. You might get you 700K.
How much do Creflo Dollars got in his church bathroom? Man. Huh? You said what, EJ? We can't hear you.
He ain't got nothing in his church bathroom, y'all. He done bought his daughters a house. He bought his sons a house. So, he got a 24,000 square foot mansion. Nah.
So he was a smarter one. Like he just said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna spend it so y'all can't trace it." Yeah. I mean, y'all see I got all this stuff, but y'all can't prove that I used that money to buy it.
Yeah, you don't know where his money went to, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, they probably bought him a car and he sold it and took pocketed the money.
You're right.
Hey, I need $100,000 quick. Hey, go buy me a Bentley. Use the church funds, and then I'm gonna go sell it to Craig and them. Craig and Day Day and them.
It's fuck Craig.
I'm talking about
we about $80K for it.
Yeah. Nah, it's crazy though. They definitely need to. We need to stop hitting up the pedestrians. Like keep the streets with the streets. We don't have. Why do the regular innocent bystanders got to suffer though? For real. Like we not in the streets for a reason.
Sucks.
But we do have to walk on the streets to get to our destination, I guess.
We do.
By force.
And do.
If you don't go there, you're gonna be on the streets.
Yeah.
So either you gotta walk by the streets or you're gonna be living on the streets.
Facts.
Two choices.
Facts. Oh, you know what? And I actually got that mixed up. I don't think that person was a New Jersey person, but there was another New Jersey car incident where it was like just a traffic accident, and the woman was getting out of her car to take pictures of the guy's license plate, and then he ran her over 3 times.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, she was like trying to escape. Like she was in somebody's yard trying to escape. And somebody else like even pulled up, and a bus pulled up, and he was like just driving in the yard trying to run her over, and he like hit her once and like backed over her, and then like hit her one more time. She's last I checked, she was still alive, but in critical condition. She was in the hospital, so I have to follow up on that story and see if she survived. But
it's just a crazy amount of rage. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna run over someone 3 times. You gotta go.
Exactly.
A rando at that.
Yeah.
So this ain't hatred because of something.
Yeah.
This is just
rage. You had a moment where someone
like,
pissed you off, and you're gonna change the whole trajectory of your life because someone pissed you off. Yeah. In a split second. Like it's so that's why I don't fuck with people like with road rage and shit. Like if people want to cut me off, like go ahead, cut me off. Like do what you need to do because I'm just not fucking with it at all.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
They be shooting out here.
Yeah.
They be shooting out here, so definitely be careful. It is not worth dying over road rage. I mean, not really worth dying over anything for real.
Yeah.
But if you have to,
if someone cuts you off, just let them. It is what it is. Like,
just take the L.
Yeah, take the L. Like, just get to where you need to go. Like,
honestly,
do defensive driving,
in all situations, just take the L, because nowadays everybody's first thought is to just murder.
Yeah, just be crazy for no reason.
That's the first thing.
Ain't no hope. Ain't too much hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. People ain't throwing hands. They're like pulling out guns.
That's exactly.
Speaking
they
of,
throw them hands to the hip and whip that gun out.
Y'all saw that shit that happened in Michigan with that police officer really got swept under the rug real quick. Oh, you didn't see that video?
That dude in the back of the head.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
If you look, don't look at the video.
I couldn't watch it. Like,
I watched it. Don't look at it.
Nah, but go ahead.
But the struggle wasn't even like a life or death struggle. The dude was barely like doing any type of resistance. The cop just stopped, just pull out the gun and then shot him in the back of the head.
No warning. No. Hey, stop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot. Nothing.
Yep.
Hey, just like, okay, I got muscle fatigue. I'm
exactly. That's what it felt like.
That's exactly how I felt. He didn't want to wrestle no more. He postured up, pulled out the weapon, and like, not only did he shoot him, he shot him in the back of the head.
In the back, nowhere else, like on an arm, leg, or anything. Just in the back of the head. He was on top of him. He had control, and he didn't even. He already called backup, and backup I think showed up like a minute or less later from an incident that he started. When he walked up to him and asked for a license shit, for a fucking what was it, like a broken taillight or something, something stupid. It's
always fucking something though.
It was like a missing place, or I don't know, something that's a fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The plates didn't match the car.
Yeah.
Okay, I will say this, as black people, and yes, I want to single this out. We have got to do better, y'all. Don't give them a reason to
stop.
I would not say pull us over, because we all make mistakes. But you cannot be riding in a car with the wrong tags on it.
Yeah.
Because what if those tags are stolen? So now you're inviting a conflict. Mm-hmm. And then when he's talking to you about it, why are you going to try to run away? If you know you're wrong, just be like, hey, okay, hey, I'm going to fess up to what, the tags on the car is not right. It's a misdemeanor. You probably have to do 1 or 2 nights in jail till you get a court hearing about, now they want to know if the car is stolen or whatever the case may be. I don't know too much because I didn't want to get deep into this story, because I don't want that to take away from the fact that he got his shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, executed.
I don't care what he did, but we have to, if you're wrong, hey, take that L, because you're driving with the risk. Just take that L. It's like whatever you do in life, it's consequences. Now, if you decide to do that, knowing the consequence, then just take the L. But he didn't deserve to get shot in the back of the head.
Hell no.
Didn't deserve to get shot in the back of the head. Right. So that police department is wrong for lying about it.
Oh yeah, that should be an instant fire.
How the fuck is you lying? And it's video proof.
There's like 3 cameras.
What do y'all think can happen?
Actually, the officer's camera, I think, messed up, right? Or they say it messed up or turned off.
Always say
but
that.
They had, the houses had, a Ring or whatever camera.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy he was with, that's right, he was with the passenger, and the passenger's all cool trying to say, hey, he's not, trying to calm down the situation, but nope, he just fucking decided to just cap him.
I mean,
I never seen nothing like that, dude.
Go ahead, Jay.
And not only that, your family is in the midst of this big protest thing. So your family got a target on their back. Whatever they're protesting up there in this community, this family was very, very heavily involved in it. Yeah. So the cops are already got you on the radar. So why? I don't know, man. We just got to be on our P's and Q's when it comes to stuff like this, or this is the type of stuff we got to deal with. Cop is wrong.
Oh,
Cop is still wrong.
And you know what? I think I'm sorry, EJ. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
No, I'm done.
No, I was just gonna say that, back in the day, like whenever you had Black people that were like making the Green Book and stuff like that, like Black people truly looked out for each other because it was a necessity. It's like, hey, your headlight is out, or your tail light is out, or you need to get this replaced, or make sure you have this. Like, you always had people like kind of like looking out for you, and now like there's more of a disconnect there where we're not really looking out for each other. It's just like, oh, okay, well, whatever, like you figure it out, and I don't know. I think we need to make a more conscious effort to like look out for your fellow Black person, to be like, hey, if there's something that you can help them with, no matter how small or big, like just fucking help them. You know, like it could save someone's life, like for real. It's fucked up.
It's just crazy that because now I remember when we was on Fort Carson. I would never forget this.
Mm-hmm.
I was grounded for smoking weed, and I had to go pick up Tisha from the bus stop. And when Tisha got into the car, we started going down the hill, and the bus stop was only not even 0.2 miles from the house. Mike, you know where the bus stop was at. Just had to go down that one hill. And as we're going down the hill, the cops turn their lights on, talking about he looks too young to be driving.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just crazy to me. Like, that could just be a cause for them to want to talk to you. But what did I do? I ran into the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I knew the rank structure. I knew as long as Dad was at the house, I'd have been good to go. But I feel that if we weren't in a military community, this could have easily happened to me, because I wasn't going to let them talk to me. I didn't know what they was picking me up for. All I knew was I didn't have my license on me. You know, I was grounded, so my license was in Mom's house in a bedroom. So I didn't. If they would have pulled me over, I wouldn't have had it. Then it would have been a whole nother thing. But I was determined to get into that house, and luckily Dad had got there. Well, Dad, the one that told me to get Tisha anyway from the bus because it was raining. Yeah. But it's just crazy that these days that could have been me. Like, I remember cops used to give you a warning. Hey, just pulling you over. How you doing? Hey, your front tail light, your front light is out. Yeah. This is a warning. I'm letting you know. I'm going to log this that I told you. So tomorrow, if you get pulled over, just remember you're in the system about it. They're not asking for your driver's license. They're not asking you nothing. They're just letting you know, hey, we're going to give you a warning. Hey, get it fixed. Now they don't even give warnings like that. We want to run your tags. We want to see if you're on probation. You got any guns in the car? Nigga, write me a ticket. The light is out. Write me a ticket. Okay. You pulled me over because my light is out. Okay. All right. You know, I know the law. I didn't know it was out. So only two things can happen. Either you give me the ticket or tell me be on my way. Right. We're not going to sit here and you're not going to search my car. And that's the problem, because when they want to search your car, and you tell them no, then they feel like, you're defying their authority. Yeah. Now they don't feel like they have the power no more.
Right.
And that's half traffic stops.
Yeah.
And when they feel they don't have power, they definitely gonna try to regain
show
some
power.
Of it.
Yeah.
Like, you see it in so many, like, you be seeing like random videos on TikTok and shit about niggas getting pulled over. Them niggas mad aggressive.
Yeah.
For silly shit.
I've
that you could just, you got their license plate. You probably had their ID, or you can identify them. Why don't you just fucking find them in the mail that they gotta pay, and then just be on your way? But they escalate all this shit.
Yeah. I've definitely, like, actually before I moved out here, I was on my way home. And I was going over like a overpass, like on the freeway or whatever, like merging onto another freeway. And this cop was in front of me and he was hauling ass. And like, then he started slowing down. So I was like, okay, let me slow down. And then I got closer to him. I'm like, oh, it's a fucking cop. So he gets over, after I get behind him, he gets over in the left-hand lane, gets behind me, follows me off the freeway or whatever, pulls me over, and he's like, "Do you know why I pulled you over, sir?"
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
I don't. And he
No.
was like, "Oh, you were riding my ass back there." I was like, "You pumped the brakes in front of me, got over in the other lane, got behind me to tell me that I was riding your ass.
Yeah.
And you're going 30 on the freeway, slow down from hauling his ass off to go 30 miles per hour and be like, oh, you were riding my ass." And I'm like, I'm trying to exit. And so he's like, "Oh, you sure you don't have anything in the car?" Like, he was pissed because, like, all my shit, like, I make sure all my tags, like, everything is just, like, I'll always make sure that shit's 100. Just because my parents have just always taught me that because of situations like this. And he was so pissed off that he couldn't find no warrants, like, nothing on me. And he's like, "Oh, where are you coming from? Why were you over there? Duh, duh, duh." And I'm
Why
just
aren't
like,
you a criminal?
yeah, exactly. Like,
Why aren't you giving me any info?
Why have you been living the life of a good pedestrian?
Yeah, why can't I shoot you tonight? I was really...
Damn.
And I was scared because it was like he pulled me over at a gas station and it was closed, you know, so it was just like super dark out there. Like, you're in the country. I was in the country at the time. So, like, I wasn't in the burbs or nothing like that. I was like straight up in the country. So
Yeah.
I was like, man, fucking anything could happen and no one would know, you know, unless
Facts.
something happened to me and then I'm on the fucking news and my parents are like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah, but they can just make up whatever shit.
yeah,
Which is what we are accustomed to them doing all the time.
all the time.
Always making up shit. That's one thing that's probably not going to change.
Yeah.
If you make up shit and you get caught making up shit, you should never be able to be an officer after that. I don't care if you get put in jail or whatever. If you get off the trial, you shouldn't be able to go back to your. If I lied at my job about some shit,
Right.
that major, especially a major lie, my ass would be fired. But these niggas got so many protections. It's insane.
Yeah.
There's no reason this nigga shouldn't be getting locked up, but for some reason, just because the other guy showed a little resistance,
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna get
He
off.
feared for his life, so we had to shoot him in the back of the head, execution style, because that was the only way to resolve the problem. Okay.
He just did that shit like nothing. But shit, just like that other trial when they broke into the dude's apartment and shot him, nothing happened from that. So I don't.
Yeah, hold on. What was that? The Amir Locke, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, they're not doing anything. Those cops got off already. Maybe
It's going home to their
maybe there
kids.
can be an
Fucking.
appeal. Yo, did you guys know about that dude? What's his name? I think it's Isaiah Wright. Hold on. Let me see what his name is.
Dante Wright.
You said what?
Dante Wright.
No, I don't think it's Dante Wright. Isaac Wright. Isaac Wright Jr. He was convicted in 1991, I believe, for being a drug king. He was falsely accused of being a drug kingpin, and then he studied law, got himself off, went to court, or he studied law, went to court, and got himself exonerated on all charges. And then when he got out, he went to law school, got his degree, and ended up getting all those like cops and the judge like disbarred, and I think a couple cops killed themselves.
Yo, you know that's a
that's
TV show,
gangster.
right?
I did. I heard it was a TV show. It's For Life.
For life. It's dope. 50, your man's that you don't like,
Yeah,
produce it, made it.
I literally saw it. Hey, I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta check this show out." I saw that 50 Cent produced it. I said, "Okay, never mind. I've seen enough. I've seen enough." But you watched the show. You say it's fire though.
Oh, it's dope, yo. It's dope. It's and it's worth it. And it's not just about the cases. It's also about his life and how his family is adapting, and it's just a good. Everybody thought that he was going to do life, and then his wife ended up dating his best friend because that guy was always there taking care of them, and then next thing you know, they created a bond, and then but it's just
I'm about to go to prison for real.
it's a good show, man. I liked it. I liked it.
That's good. That's
man.
good to
check
hear.
it
But I really think that they canceled it.
Yeah,
You
I
know-
think that's
you
what
know,
I was seeing.
COVID.
People were saying. I think they did cancel it.
Right.
But you said,
But we don't know because, they haven't really announced that it's been canceled.
yeah.
But because of COVID, they shut down the studio that it was making it. So, but who knows? 50 might take it to Stars.
Not from what last I saw, 50 wasn't fucking with Stars no more either.
Nah, I can't
they
see
can't
that.
because
yo.
they're still doing that.
That's his.
Power just
That's
fucking,
his bread and butter, yo.
He
Yeah.
like tweeted something or Instagram captioned something about because Stars didn't renew whatever one of their top shows was at the time. I think it did get renewed now, but at the time that he had wrote it, it was not renewed, and he was talking about how they're like dropping the ball and he said something about like he's done with Stars. Like
It's hard to take 50 serious sometimes.
Yeah,
I used to be saying
because
that.
if I'm not mistaken, I
You
think
do
they were
tell
talking
them.
about
That is
the story of Kanan, which is ultimately the story about him in Power.
Right.
And, and they was talking
sure.
about not doing a second season to that. like Mike said, like Legend said, it's 50. You don't know if he's trolling or being serious.
yeah, he did.
You never know with
he
that
did,
guy.
He
Yeah.
did drop a couple lines in an interview or a tweet again, probably to Jay-Z, because I guess Jay-Z has said something about Eminem, but I guess he called him a white boy. I don't know. And Eminem took offense to it. He's like, "Why you call him the white boy?" The fuck? Why you call him the white boy? I don't know. I'm still kind of mad 50 Cent was even at the Super Bowl show, so he did. Why were you there, 50? That's what I want to know. If 50 wasn't there, we could have got one more Kendrick song.
Facts.
You know what I mean? If 50 wasn't there, maybe we would get this Kendrick album earlier. Nah, that Kendrick album dropping Friday the 13th, so that's probably exactly why it's been taking this long. He's like, yeah, this is the perfect day. A day about murdering niggas. I'm going to murder niggas. I'm going to murder them
everybody.
audio-wise.
Yeah, who do you think?
Are we
dropping
doing a
that
listening?
same week?
Yeah. We doing a listening joint.
Okay.
Who you think?
We doing a listening joint.
Who you think dropping that same week if anybody dropping?
Nobody.
Who
big
gonna
is
have the
dropping.
Smart, they
balls?
won't drop any.
Who gonna have the balls? Somebody gonna have the balls. Future.
No, Future dropping the week 2 weeks before. Because Pusha T drops tonight, Future drops next week, Jack Harlow drops the week after that, and then Kendrick drops.
Damn.
Looking forward to the Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow about to fucking steal a fucking Grammy.
Jack Harlow, man.
About to steal a Grammy.
We'll see.
Yo, when I was in Tennessee / Kentucky, Jack Harlow held it down. Yeah. Hey, the parties in Louisville was nice, and this was before he was even popping.
People do love Jack Harlow. I'm definitely not. I'm not on the train, but I know people. A lot of people like him.
Love him.
He cool.
Hey, in Louisville, Jack, like when he got out there, like I thought it was going to be somebody famous. I thought it was going to be somebody, and he had the crowd rocking. And UK and Louisville don't like each other, the basketball teams.
Yeah.
So when they had that rival, I think it was when Montrezl Harrell was there. I'm almost positive it was Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah.
When they were there, when they Russ, Montrezl Harrell, Andre Ware, when Louisville was popping.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody was there, and he was the bridge of the gap of the two schools. That shit was epic, yo. Dope ass fucking party. Dope ass party. Yo.
So I want to throw a prediction out there though. Or I just want to refine my prediction. Kendrick dropping May 13th. I think Kendrick dropping another album within 9 months of this album. That's my prediction.
My prediction is this is actually gonna be a double album, even though
Ooh. Okay.
a double album.
He said double album. Okay. We'll see.
He got that little group name or that
Mr.
album
Morale
name.
and the Big Steppers.
The Big Steppers could have a Mr. Morale side and the Big Steppers have some features on the Big Steppers.
Okay. All right. Okay, we'll see. That's a nice little theory too. I also think the competition gonna drop an album again too soon. Honestly, that's both Cole and Drake. I think both of them are dropping this year.
Nah,
Drake will probably
Cole's
drop
definitely
first.
not dropping now.
You said who?
Said Cole is definitely not dropping now.
I think Cole dropping. I think he dropping a full album. It's just a matter of when, because I know Jid's supposed to drop soon. He said him and Absol already did a track together. I don't know if it's coming on his album or if it's an Absol album or if it's not even gonna. It's probably gonna be something. With our luck, it's probably gonna be something that don't make either album. We'll hear it 4 or 5 years later. Yeah, you know that shit always tends to happen.
Yep.
Drake, I definitely think Drake is dropping an album for sure this year. I think he's coming back.
He'll probably
again.
come around.
Has he dropped any? He hasn't dropped
August,
anything.
September, something.
You said what, Mike?
He hasn't dropped any new songs lately, has he?
No, he hasn't. Well, he's
Got
on
a
the
feature.
Yeah, he had that Jack Harlow feature, so that's probably going to end up on the Jack Harlow album.
Okay.
Where he threw those
I thought
shots
you said
at
Future.
he threw those shots at Pusha. I think we're gonna see. I wonder if Pusha going. I mean, he already released the track list, but I wonder if Pusha gonna sneak in a song at the end, a bonus song. You know what I'm saying, with some shots back at Drake. He said, "What about these tall tales?"
I'm tired of the.
I'm not really tired of it because I like this energy with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that. As long as it stays music, I don't want nobody to die. But
Right.
you know what I mean? As long as it stays music, I fuck with that. But I will say though, I'd much rather Drake diss Arby's. You know what I'm saying? Like let's take the beef to the Arby's and McDonald's. Like
Take
he
the
needs
beef to the beef.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He needs to go with McDonald's and diss Arby's.
The quarter pounder with cheese or some shit.
Yeah. That's what I want to see. So Drake, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? If you actually gonna come out here and start dissing Pusha T, diss him through McDonald's. I'm here for that one. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah, hey, y'all got anything else y'all want to mention? Well, let's talk about. Go ahead, EJ. What you got to say?
Yeah, let's get into some boxing, yeah.
Yo, that's actually a good one. Cause we ready for that Crawford Spence.
Well,
It's definitely going down.
Well, hold on. Before we talk about the boxing, you talking about the Spence fight, right?
Well, we can go to something else too after that, but let's just get to some boxing.
Well, first of all, Mike Tyson was on the Jet
Oh
Blue.
yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
Mike Tyson,
yeah.
Mike Tyson was on a Jet
He was
Blue
throwing them
play.
hands.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Son.
Fan was behind him, annoying the fuck out of him.
Out of all the
For 15
niggas.
minutes.
Yeah.
Out of all the niggas in the world that you could annoy. You
Yeah,
choose
why
this
would you-
nigga.
Why would you annoy
The
Mike
worst
Tyson?
nigga.
Like, you're just asking to get your ass beat for real. This man bit off someone's ear and has gummies in the shape of an ear now. Like,
I'll be on my best behavior. There's one nigga in the world I will be on my best behavior around.
Facts.
Mr. Tyson,
Facts. What's
you
his
like my
name?
snacks?
Who was the Was it John Sally? That was like he was like absolutely. He's like terrified of Mike Tyson.
Right.
Yeah.
Sally.
Like, yo, Tyson. I remember I saw that. Have you ever seen that compilation on YouTube of like just Mike Tyson like getting mad at niggas? Like not like in a fight, you know. It's like he's getting interviewed and somebody say something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That
yo.
shit be tense.
That one where he was like, he told that dude, he was like, "I'm gonna fuck you till you love me." Like,
Oh yeah, when he had just got the face tattoo.
yeah. He said, "I'm gonna
Just
make
got the
you
face
love
tattoo.
me. I'm gonna fuck you till you love me." And he dropped the F-bomb a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I said, "Yo, that's straight up though. Like, that would terrify the shit out of me if a nigga said he was gonna fuck me until I love him." I'm like, I will not fuck with that dude. Straight up.
Nigga said, "I'll eat your kids for breakfast."
Yeah.
You ain't never been close to a half a man that I am.
Facts.
I'll fuck you until you love me. I was like, this nigga crazy. God damn. Like, what the fuck? Bitch, first of all, the tattoo, the ink that got into him. You know, I was like, the ink from the tattoo that leaked on him. Like, this is at a press conference and he's doing this, yo. I was like, yeah, this is Mike Tyson's last fight. They got him now. If they ever want to get him out the boxing association, this is the way to do it because he done fucked up. He might as well cash this hefty ass check because they gonna take it.
Hilarious.
They really gonna take it in fines, all types of shit.
Hey, but that dude shut up though. I know that.
Oh yeah. hey, when Mike said I eat your fucking kids for breakfast, I know he was thinking like, damn, I ain't even got kids. I want to have them. This nigga gonna come back and get them. Ain't no fucking way. Nah, hell nah, yo. Yeah, Mike ain't shit. Fuck Mike. That's what that dude get. I wish Mike would have been able to extend. I wish Mike would have been able to extend on that plane and get that dude the business show. But he didn't give it to him enough.
So let me finish that. So he was on the plane. The dude behind him was annoying. I think Mike Tyson was trying to give him some shrooms or something, but the dude kept it. At least that's what the guy who was recording was saying. He could be lying, but dude basically kept annoying Tyson. And then he had to get up on a seat and whack him a few times. Said he punched him like 3 or 4 times. He had a little bit of a bleeding laceration on his face. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yo, if I run into Mike Tyson, I'm probably not even gonna speak. I'm not even gonna make eye contact with him. I'm acting like I don't even know him. Shit. I'm not even, my name not even Michael no more. Just in case somebody say Mike, I don't want to look up and then he gonna box me because he the only Mike allowed to be in the vicinity. You know what I'm saying? I know how it be. I don't like it when there's multiple mics in the same area as me either.
especially when you're fucking like in public.
Yeah.
Like, Mike, and then you turn around and it's like, oh, it's not me.
That shit used to always piss me. Like I remember when I was in college, I used to always be like, I'm never looking again. But of course, somebody say, hey, Mike, and I instantly look. And the thing is, though, I don't know why I look because nobody ever called me Michael. Nobody called me Mike up there. Grace was the only one who called me by my name. Everybody else called me Gup. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I was like rapping by at that time. You know what I mean? Like. So I was like, that's what everybody called me. So I don't know why I ever answered to Mike. Why I ever looked up, rather. You know. But also, boxing, who was it? Spence, and who did he fight this last weekend?
Ugas.
It was a good fight.
It was a good fight. I thought at one point, it seemed like Ugas was gonna do something, but you know what? He stood his ground for a while. I thought he was gonna be out of there earlier, and then he seemed like he was coming back. But then, you know, he got a few good hits. He got like better, cleaner hits than Spence did. But Spence was just working him the whole night. That was the thing I felt, because he had like 2 or 3 good, clean hits on Spence. Whereas Spence, he was getting him with a bunch of body shots, and obviously he fucked his eye up. But it wasn't like. Spence's hits though didn't look as clean as the 3 shots that at least the 3 or 4 I believe that Ugas had landed though that he could have did some damage with.
You are not allowed ever again.
Hey, son, I was watching the fight. That's what I saw. That's what I saw.
Hey, so here we go. I'm going to say it. Who's the pod recorder? Record this shit. Write this shit down so we can put it into the pod law. Mike is not allowed to talk about MMA or boxing. All he can say is such and such one. That's it. Such and such one. Such and such one.
Spence won.
Leave it at that, yo. You cannot say.
I'm not saying. Go ahead. I can't say what.
You cannot say Spence wasn't hitting that dude clean, yo.
I'm not saying. That's not really what I meant, but I'm saying I feel like the biggest hits though came from Ugas. He the one where he for instance when Spence's mouthpiece came out and he was looking for it, he got a pretty good fucking hit on Spence. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm not necessarily saying that Spence didn't get any good shots, but it seemed like that Ugas had a couple shots that was those were it was obvious he got a good hit on him, but he was getting damaged though the whole time. I agree with that.
Name another round, not round.
I can't think of it.
Just name another round where you can say
I can't think of one.
got a punch.
I can't think of one.
Just those 3 punches.
I can't think of one.
Hey, here they go. The punch that knocked the mouthpiece out, the punch that he turned his head, and the counter punch all in the same one. Those were the only 3.
Hey.
Now you can easily. And there was another time where he threw Spence threw a 1-2. And Ugas countered with a straight right. And that did wake up Spence. But Spence still won that round.
I said he had 3. All I did was say Ugas had 3 to 4 good hits. You just named 4 good hits. That's all I said.
3 was in one round.
And I didn't say what round it was in. I just said he had 3 to 4 good hits.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I don't know what you're trying to narrow.
I'm just saying.
He had a little spark.
Let me hear the boxing analysis from the boxing experts. Mike, you and EJ, Jess, y'all probably watch it. Y'all watch it more than me. Let me hear it.
Spence won.
Oh yeah, that was clear. I think that was
even
clear
if they
before.
wouldn't have called the fight like from the eye or whatever, Spence still would have won.
Yeah.
So
I just now they can stop all this and they can finally we get what we fucking want. Hopefully.
What's that?
Spence and Crawford.
You think Spence is gonna be able to beat Crawford?
It's gonna be closer than I'm gonna say no, but I don't think it's gonna be as much of a cakewalk as people think it's gonna be. But I got Crawford.
How you feel, EJ?
Got Spence.
You got Spence?
The only way, and okay, so I had Spence beating Ugas.
Okay.
I didn't get worried until when those infamous 3 punches that Mike is talking about, that's when I got worried, when those 3 punches happened. Because I thought when he hit him, maybe he jarred his that eye socket thing. Because he got that bleed in his eye from the wreck. So when that happened instantly, that's what I was thinking. Maybe it was he had the eye socket that got injured. And then when we seen the replay, we seen that it was a mouthpiece. So, but yeah, I don't think Bud would beat him. It'll be a good fight. I do think Spence is a better technical boxer than Crawford. Bud is more of a brawler.
Yeah, he's a scrapper for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mama still ain't told him he love him. And he 30 now.
Yeah.
Dang, he ain't getting no mom love though? Come on.
Yo, she said it.
Oh, she said it.
Hey, yo, he used to come in the house and she used to look at him. And she'd be like, yo, you done pissed me off. She would go outside, give somebody $20 to come fight him. If you beat him, you got $20. And he just knocking niggas out. She was getting mad at the niggas on the block. Like, can't nobody beat him. When I seen that interview, we're like, yo, yeah, this dude deserved to be fighting. Your mama don't like you. She make you fight niggas that you're supposed to be cool with. She drive you to your block enemies, the ops, make you fight them in front of her. Or she'll drop you off and walk home when you got to walk home after you done fought. You don't know how many niggas you fighting that day for $20, $30 if you lose. And you got to bring your mama money back. It's crazy,
Oh my god. Maybe she actually loved him and she knew what his future was. Did we ever think about that? She like King Richard, Queen Spence.
I have no idea,
I don't think King Richard's that damn color.
He came out and made a statement that he's not that bad when Will Smith said King Richard would slap a nigga too, and he said, nah, not me. That's what he said. He said, Will Smith, don't rank me and you together. They taking all your movies away. Who knows what they're going to do to me?
Now, wasn't that nigga thinking about shooting that nigga in the movie? That nigga that kept fucking with kept trying to holler at Venus?
You said what?
Remember he was thinking about shooting that dude that kept trying to holler at Venus?
Yeah.
And then that nigga got shot in the drive-by or something conveniently. Conveniently, he got shot in the drive-by.
It wasn't Venus though. It was the older sister, wasn't it?
Right. The one that was supposed to be the lawyer.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah. So, let's talk about this NBA playoffs, and then we'll sign off. So Memphis just won, so they're 2-1 now.
What happened in the fourth quarter? Did they say it was like a 30-something point run or something like that?
The third quarter. The third quarter was when they made the run. Because going into the fourth, I think the score was 78-82, I think, when I looked at it. Or it maybe even was 80-83 going into the fourth. But all I know, it's too much. Memphis got them young boys. They don't care who you are. You know, growing up, you know, probably in the NBA, you know, when people played against Jordan, it was like, oh, it's Michael Jordan. At the end of the game, you want their autograph. Memphis is the way their setup is. Nah, y'all want our autograph.
Yeah,
we don't care who you are. Y'all want our autograph after we give it to you. And Karl Anthony Towns is soft. It's fucking soft, yo.
Oh my god.
Yep. Just soft.
You think Lakers gonna make a trade, try to get Karl Anthony Towns AD for KT?
I think this Bulls thing, this DeRozan, or if they could find a way to swing getting DeRozan back out there.
I think Kawhi gonna bounce for some reason.
We need to keep DeRozan.
I hope DeRozan does to the Lakers.
Kawhi gonna go from Clippers to the Lakers.
I can see that happening. That's definitely one I could see happening. But at the same time, Paul George and Russ have already tried working out together. I don't think that not necessarily saying they're going to trade him, but I don't know.
I really hope DeRozan stays at the Bulls.
Same.
He can just come back to the Spurs, you know.
I think DeRozan. Yo, you know what's crazy? I saw something today. The Spurs are first in win percentage over the last 5 years or something, and they haven't even made the playoffs in the last 3 years, and they still got the highest win percentage in the last 5 years or some shit like that, or it might have even been longer than that.
They also don't have any superstar development either.
They don't.
Yeah.
But still, I'm just saying their win percentage, their win percentage is still higher than everybody else. We're talking about including Golden State and shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Their win percentage is higher than every other franchise, and they haven't been to the playoffs in the last 3 years. We're not even talking about finals or anything. Just the playoffs in general.
They were some of the most winningest niggas though for a long time though.
Yeah, I mean Pop get a little bit of respect. You know what I'm saying?
He changed the game.
Yeah, I completely disagree with Nico, where Nico says that Pop is 1A, 1B.
No,
I don't see
everybody took Pop's style. Well, I mean Steve Kerr, they all were under Pop, so they took his style and ran to other teams and implemented it.
I'm just saying we can't sit there and say Pop the best coach when
Phil Jackson's there.
You know what I'm saying?
He cheated.
And then I'm like,
he had Jordan. Though.
And then I even mentioned on the thing,
he had Kobe though too.
Red Auerbach.
I can't talk.
I mean, Phil Jackson, he had Jordan, he had Kobe, he had Pippen, he had Shaq. That's not his fault that he was blessed to get them. It's not his fault that Jordan happens to be arguably, I don't argue it,
right
but it's not his fault that Jordan's considered the GOAT. It's not his fault that Kobe isn't considered to be one of the top 10 niggas. Shaq one of the top 10 niggas. Why should Phil Jackson get the blame for that?
I think that's true because Pop never gives himself credit. He always if Timmy didn't come, he wouldn't got shit. That's what Pop says.
And he's right. He's not winning without Tim Duncan. How many rings does Pop have without Tim Duncan?
We would have had it if a nigga ain't want to stick out his foot on a nigga's ankle.
No, but how many? But I'm just saying, how many do Pop have without Tim Duncan? He right.
0.
Yeah.
0.
They both. The same. They needed each other. Jordan got 0 without Phil Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even. But Phil Jackson ain't got. He don't have to say I needed Jordan to get rings because he got 5 more with Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Shaq is cheating. Well, he had to get without Kobe-less Shaq. Shaq-less Kobe too.
So. Yeah. And honestly, I mean, like, unfortunately, Kobe tore the Achilles, but I'm thinking they might not have won because that would have been the year that was the year that Dallas won. But hey, Kobe, I think the Lakers going back to at least the Western Conference Finals that year. But he tore his Achilles though.
Yeah.
He was out the season. He was going for one more three-peat. They just got off for 2. I believe they had the momentum to run it back again. But speaking of these playoffs right now, though, so Denver Golden State is on right now. I'm thinking Golden State sweeping. I think Golden State getting a clean sweep on Denver.
Yeah.
I got a feeling Denver going to pull one out.
I think
that's right. There's 2 home games. So
yeah, I think the next home game Denver going to pull out. I don't see that to sweep. I do see Philly against Toronto a sweep though.
Yeah, Philly.
I think that's the only sweep.
Philly, Toronto, definitely sweep. Reports came back. Middleton is at least missing this series, but if they win, could potentially miss some more playoff games. But he's at least finished for this series. So Bulls have a fighting chance. I'm thinking the Bulls going to be able to pull this out in 7.
Oh yeah, because can't nobody stick DeRozan now?
Yeah, he's a
beast.
Yeah, I think the first game is gonna be that's gonna be the only game he's shooting like that bad. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like 4 for 25 or some shit like that. He had a KD night like KD was last night, 4 for 25.
Finished the game with 27 points.
Yeah, 15 from the like 15, 16 from the line or some shit like that.
18. He was 18 for 20. I seen them stats. Him and Kyrie both only had 4 field goals apiece. Like what?
The defense was on at least on KD because I watched the second half of that game. I missed the first half. But the second half, though, they was on them the whole time. Like, I saw 2 turnovers, or they got the turnover on KD when he dribbled out of bounds, and then Jason Tatum blocked the shit out of KD on one of those too. Like, they was really putting clamps on him. So, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't one that has Nets as a favorite, though. I don't really think the Nets could do it. I feel like they're missing.
Well, they're missing motherfucking.
That's true. Ben Simmons.
Why isn't that nigga playing?
That's
Is that
fact.
nigga
He's
gonna play?
Either he's coming game 3 or game 4. I wish he had just come game 3, but I understand why they're saying game 4 because it's a huge break. Mm-hmm. Like, so their next game is
Sunday?
Saturday?
Saturday. I think, yes.
And then I think the next game is Monday, and then the game after that is like on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
If it gets that far.
Yeah. I don't think the Nets are getting swept, though. I don't think, regardless, that if anything, they're going to lose in 5, but I don't even see that.
Well, Ben Simmons is supposed to come back game 4.
Yes. Yeah.
See what happens when you just add a few Spurs niggas to your team? you add Derek White to the Celtics, and now they balling. They out of control. He with like over a 40% field goal percentage right now. Balling. Go get you a Spurs nigga.
After you give a Spurs nigga on the team.
Hey, that is true though, because last year didn't they trade Brian Forbes at the end of the year last year to Denver, and he went over there and was like averaging like 5 threes a game.
Yep, he was just on the foul line a couple seconds ago.
That's hilarious. Hey, if there's anything that's gonna happen though, Mike definitely gonna ride for the Spurs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a guarantee. It don't matter. He gonna back the Spurs up.
Right. If we ain't in, I'm backing whoever roll with us.
Yeah. He got to. If there's
unless it's a hate nigga.
Yeah, if there's a Spurs nigga on the team, he rooting for them.
Unless it's I saw Danny Green up in the Sixers game too. Still fuck with him.
Yeah. All right. So what's y'all finals prediction then? Let's go ahead. Oh wait, we didn't talk about so Suns.
Yeah, Booker's out.
Yeah, Devin Booker is injured, going to be out 3 and 4 at least. What was it? Hamstring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hamstring.
Like
So-
The other one. The other hamstring.
Oh wow.
Oh, so one of it, he already had a sore.
Yeah,
whatever
he was already
hamstring.
injured. He already had a hamstring injury during the year.
Mhm.
Now he done injured the other hamstring.
It was like, didn't they say it's like hamstring spasms or what?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so it's not a pulled hamstring. So
yeah.
I
That's
guess you
bad.
could just say like muscle contusion. They're
Yeah.
trying to say, but the key word is hamstring.
Yeah.
That shit never heals, yo. Never.
Too many injuries early on. I want the playoffs
So-
to be clean. It never get it just a clean, everybody healthy playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, part of that's because of the 82 game season, but at the same time, it's like I feel like the NBA, it's the schedule has been cemented, I guess. Like they can't lower the games, and I know that was a talk they were trying to do before, is lessen the games to like 60 something, but then it's just like that just. It's like everything changes after that, especially when it comes to the record books, which I guess is not that big a deal, but everything's an asterisk now. You know what I mean? Like the most threes, but it's in the era where we're only playing 60 games. You know what I mean? Like such and such. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, wasn't the season before like only like 64 games, 60, 70 something games? Because you got to remember, there wasn't as many teams. You got to remember, Denver didn't have a team and Minnesota didn't have a team, so that's 2 teams. Then you got Toronto and Vancouver when it was them. That's so they're newer teams that came in. So they had it set up before. So I think it could be smaller, yeah. But the only way that it can happen is everybody play everybody once at home and once away. Besides in your own, let me get this right, in your own division. You play everybody in your own division twice. Kind of like how college does it. You have to play everybody in your own division. And I think that's the only way you can lower the games and maybe have a couple of high-profile games that people would like to see again. But it's going to be tricky if they even do it. Even to propose lowering the games, I don't know. But I don't understand why you want to lower the games. It's for the fans is more of a, I think you're discrediting the fans if you lower the games like that.
The main reason that they talk about lowering the games is because it's the players, I feel, that want to lower the games, first of all, but their excuse is injury purposes, or they want to at least get less back-to-backs. But I just looked it up. NBA has been doing 82-game seasons since 1967, 68 season. And they only had 12 teams that year.
That's a lot of games.
Yeah. So you're playing teams like
same
6 times, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
So we got to bring in.
I didn't even know that. I just figured because
I
there
actually
wasn't that
thought it
many
was like
teams.
in the 80s. I thought it started like in the 80s. I know Denver joined the NBA around 75. Same thing with like Chicago, like 75 or 77. I think the last expansion that they had did before they invited the Canadian teams was like 83 or something. That's when like Orlando came in and a couple like one or two other teams. Some teams probably moved because
Seattle to
Yeah.
OKC and
Yeah. Well, not that. I'm not even talking about those ones, but like for instance, the Syracuse Nationals, that was one of the old teams. That's actually who Philly is, and there actually used to be a team in Philadelphia, but that's the Nets, I believe. Like the New York Nets is actually the team that is supposed to be the Philly team. They were originally in Philly, and then they moved to New Jersey, and then Syracuse, which is in New York, they moved to Philly. So it's like a bunch of because I'd be watching this Magic Johnson the winning time, that HBO show, which everybody on that fucking team hates it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wrote, he's like a blogger. He wrote, he's a good writer too. but he he had a little description on what he thought of the show. It's just basically he just thought like he thinks the show just kind of takes one little character trait about somebody and just makes that their whole character of sorts. So, Magic obviously was getting mad joints. So Magic, he thinks that Magic is just sex crazed, and that's all to his personality on the show. And he's supposed to be like the veteran asshole who's like angry, because of racial shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. And Jerry West is the angry dude. But hey, I don't care, yo. I fucking love that show. I don't care what
shows
they
always
say.
be doing that shit though. They always be taking like one little.
Jerry West actually made a. My bad, Mike. I can't hear you.
Oh, you good?
You said Jerry West. What?
Oh yeah, keep going.
Jerry West actually made a statement that he hated it because it depicted him as being like such a bad guy, and the only thing he cared was once he got the logo, that's all he cared for, or something like that. Like he actually released a statement about it. I seen it on Barstool Sports.
I'll say this,
like
though.
his camp didn't like the way they was, using his name in it.
And I understand that's how he took it, but I don't see them portraying his character that way. To me, it doesn't look like he only just cares about that he got the logo or whatever, because it looks like to me in that when I see it, he looks rather pissed about how his career went, because he is the logo, and he does mention that. He mentions that in a point where he's like frustrated, he's mad, and he's yelling, and he's talking about how, yeah, he is the logo. That's like his biggest accomplishment, but he's a career loser. Like that's what he called himself basically, because he went to the finals 9 times and lost to Boston damn near every single time. He got 1 championship. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. He has the right to feel the way he feels about how they're depicting him, but I definitely think he's wrong. I don't think they're depicting him in that light, that all he cared about was being the logo. I think the complete opposite. He wanted to win. It seems like he was kind of scared to win. That's why he stopped. That's why he's not the coach. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the year he stopped being coach. Because for whatever reasons. And to me, based off of what I saw in the show, it seemed like he was scared to win because he's been losing all this time. So now when he gets all the pieces, he doesn't have any excuse why they're not winning if they don't win. You know what I'm saying? Because before they kept having all these losing seasons. So it was just like his excuse is, management's not, you guys aren't giving me what I want. But then Jerry Buss came in there and was like, you can get whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Dollars don't matter. You can, whatever you want, whatever you need, I'm going to get it for you, because he wanted a championship, which he ends up getting that championship his first year, for those that don't know. That has to be crazy, though, man. Your first year buying it, owning a team, you win a champion. You draft Magic Johnson his first year, and you win a fucking championship.
Yeah, that's insane.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, hey, I fuck with the show still. It got greenlit for a second season, so we're gonna see more. Sorry, Magic. Sorry, Kareem. I can't stress it enough. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned it a few times on here, but I'm still gonna watch. But I still love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still legends. No disrespect, but the show is fire. That's all I got. That's my 2 cents. Y'all got anything else y'all want to add? You know, playoff wise or whatever.
I have no predictions right now.
Good, yo. Golden State in the finals.
That was that was my original prediction. I'm going back to it though. I'm really confident looking at Golden State play that they're going to make it back. And I was saying Golden State all season, and I randomly was like, I saw a Phoenix game, but I mean, D Booker having these hamstring issues. Even if he comes back, he's probably going to have these issues the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
So I really think the Warriors are gonna get back there. But I would still love to see Phoenix get it, because I want Chris Paul to win. So
Still can't count out Memphis. I mean, no, they had a little bit of scare, but
I mean Memphis is nice. I'm not disrespecting, but I still think they are too young. I don't think they're getting anywhere past this semifinal round to me.
So Memphis will play Golden State next.
Yeah. Memphis plays Golden State next. So I don't see Memphis getting past Golden State.
Right. I think Golden State's just too much for them.
Yeah.
I don't just Golden State playing Denver though, man. So I don't know yet.
I mean, they're playing Denver. I agree, but
I mean, Denver ain't terrible, obviously, but they they're missing whatchamacallit. They're still missing fucking.
They're missing 2 players, but I mean, it's still Golden State though. You know what I mean? Like,
not only that, we're talking about Golden State with Steph Curry coming off the bench.
Clay.
yeah, Steph Curry coming off the bench right now. Yeah,
That's the type of Golden. We're not talking about Golden State. We're talking about Steph Curry winning 6th Man of the Year right now. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about nothing else.
yeah.
I don't care how you want to talk about it.
Facts.
You got to look at the squad and be like, if they can have voting for 6th Man of the Year right now, who is the best 6th man in the league?
Yep.
And you
Steph
have to
Curry.
say Steph.
Steph Curry.
Sure.
But that's gonna be interesting though. So we were talking in the group chat. You know, Jesse had brought up the idea that Golden State's gonna have to get rid of Clay. Not next season, but the season after that, because they're going to have to end up paying Poole if they want to keep Jordan Poole. But I think Steph can stay there. Like, he's already used to playing a third option role, because the last season he played, Kevin Durant was still there. You know what I'm saying? So he's used to being that third option on the team. I don't see how the 3 of them can't work together.
People can take pay cuts.
It's not that they can't work together. It's about money.
It depends if anyone want.
You got to think. Are the NBA projected to have a higher salary cap? And because as of right now, Jordan Poole can make $184 million.
I mean, I guess that's true. Jordan Poole's gonna have the big payday for sure, but I don't know, man. I just feel like if it's me and I'm Clay. I guess if a team's paying you, I guess I'll go to that team. If they're gonna pay me crazy, I guess you might as well go there. You know, secure your future, because the NBA is not gonna always be there. And Clay is already a 3-time champion, potentially 4 if they win this year. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I can understand if he leaves, but I'm like, man, you can stay, take you a little pay cut, and y'all could you're potentially playing to win for a couple, like 2 or 3 more years, especially if Wiseman actually comes back, which I don't believe in his talent right now. But if he actually comes back and he's playing like he was before he got hurt, you know what I'm saying? And they got this core team with Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Poole, like, that's a deadly starting 5. They keep some of their bench players now, like Gary Payton II. May add some other add some other pieces. Like, the Warriors are set for real for at least the next 3 seasons, probably. You know, to compete for a championship still.
Yeah. Hey, that Gary Payton II, that's an interesting story. I was wondering why teams didn't want him in the league. Yo, it's because he has dyslexia.
They don't want him because he mixes up, shit.
The test, like they were trying to say it was an issue of him remembering plays and that type of stuff, and I was like, oh man, because you couldn't tell. The dude balled out in college.
Yeah,
he balls out everywhere he goes in the league, even in summer league at the time when he was in the summer league, and every team he went to, he balled out, but he just never can make a full-time squad, and I didn't know why. And now, because Golden State is in the position where Golden State is in, and they did an article on him, and he was like, yeah, Golden State let me be who I am. I was like, and then when I read it, I was like, oh, damn.
He fits well with the team too, though. Like, he's some extra defensive pressure that they could use, you know what I mean, on top of, like, Draymond. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was gonna say Clay, but Clay is obviously not defending like he used to. You know what I'm saying? But that's even more perfect. Like that's why you need a Gary Payton. You know what I'm saying? The second, because you need that extra defensive pressure out there.
But to be honest, they got it in Wiggins. They got it in Poole. They got it in Otto Porter.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even name Wiggins or like Otto Porter. So you're right. Like that, the Warriors are going to be tough. I don't see how they're not like they're definitely beating Memphis to me. If it's Memphis, I mean, I definitely not. I mean, if Minnesota makes it, I don't see Minnesota beating them for sure. You know, they don't really have anybody on that team. So it's just like. It's whoever's going to make it to the Western Conference Finals, and the only team I can see beating Golden State is Phoenix. And they're not even going to be 100% healthy. So, I think the East is just going to be the one that's in the air right now. The West seems like it's kind of it's between two choices. I don't think there's any deviating from that. You know.
And Miami looking good.
Miami looking good right now until that next round. We'll see.
They fight too much on the team. They fight each other every game. It's always meet me in the parking lot. You fight and pull up my house at the end of this game. We're gonna fight for real. Yeah. That's how I feel when I watch a Miami game. That's all they do is threaten each other. But if with Miami, as long as they're hitting, they're good. I can't see them shooting the way that they're shooting right now for a whole playoff. If they do, that would be remarkable,
yeah. Yeah, I agree. Well, we'll go ahead and end this episode, though. So, episode 42 is in the can. That's EJ's return. You know what I'm saying? EJ, how'd it go? How'd your first video episode go, even though they're not going to see you?
Man, you know, I put on the suit for nothing, yeah.
All we gotta do is turn the camera a little bit. Well, I guess we can't.
Nah, B. Come on.
Put a little mirror right
We're getting off, yeah. Go ahead and do the outro, Mike.
Yeah, all right, though. Yeah, tune in next week. You know, we'll be back. That Pusha T album drop. We're going to check that out. We'll talk about that next week. And, yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens as far as news goes. But yeah, it was good while it lasted. And for me, that's a lifetime.
Yo, I got the idea. We just have like a picture frame of his face facing.
Okay.
You can edit that in.
I like the creativity. You know what I'm saying? But keep it to yourself.
You took a picture right there.
Keep it to yourself. Some things you don't have to share all the time.